go. Got the signal. And
the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Graduates, please be seated. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and fellow classmates. I would like to welcome you to the Dover Area High School Class of 2016 graduation ceremony. Today is the day for celebration, for conversation, and for commencement. Many of us are filled with boundless joy to continue our journeys, no matter the distance. Some of us are hesitant to leave this community, which is completely okay to feel this way. In this here and now, we must remember, we must recognize, and we must join together. Today is for all of us. Today is for the students, to receive recognition of our efforts and contributions to this school and community. Today is for the faculty, to commend their persistent compassion and incredible facilitation in educating and preparing us for the future. Today is for the families, to appreciate the ones that love us endlessly and support us on whichever path we choose for our lives. We are here this morning on June the 4th to remember the moments that formed our identity. We are here to recognize and appreciate our time in the Dover community. From those moments when we went out for ice cream at Bill Mack's with our friends, to procrastinate working on our papers, to the pep rallies in the atmospheric Dover High School gym, where air conditioning would be a great investment, we have made this place our home. We are here to celebrate the ones we love most. In this beautiful time of our lives is a crystal clear, still image, a picture, one we will look back upon and tell our children about. Today is graduation. Today, we are together and capable of great things. And in this moment, I have one piece of advice. Seize the day. Seize the days that lie ahead of you. Do not defer your dreams. Allow them to explode, to evolve, and to envelop the world around you. Look deep inside yourself. Adventure awaits. You will find your way. As Henry David Thoreau once wrote, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. Thank you for being here to proclaim this chapter of our lives and support the pages we write next.
As Tom Clancy once said, the U.S. military is us. There is no truer representation of a country than the people that it sends into the field to fight for it. With that, could I have any graduate who's going into the military please rise along with their families? Whether they are going into the Air Force, Army, Navies, or Marines, I would like to take a moment to thank not only these brave men and women, but also their families for the sacrifice they're about to make. As a military child, I have experienced that this is not a normal 9-to-5 commitment. It is a full mind, spirit, and body commitment, and it takes heart and guts to pursue what our graduates are about to do. Their bravery is to be commended. They will travel to places and experience things that those of us at home will never truly understand. I have had my dad deploy on numerous occasions for months on end, and I admire him and my mom for all the hardships that they have overcome to allow my dad to continue serving our country. We always look forward to seeing what new tattoo you come home with, but I think we enjoy your Germany one the best. Now, I would like to recognize all the past and current military personnel and families that are in the crowd. If you could all please stand as well. We truly thank you for protecting us, sacrificing for us, and honoring our country. Good luck to the military graduates as you pursue one of the most honorable career paths that there is. Thank you.
I would now like to recognize the deserving students who have been awarded the following Latin honors. Would those who have received summa cum laude please stand? These students have a cumulative GPA of 97% or higher. Now, would those who have received magna cum laude please stand? These students have a cumulative GPA of 92% or higher. Would those who have received cum laude please stand? These students have a cumulative GPA of 87% or higher. Congratulations to those who have received these distinguished honors. You may now be seated.
Would the family of Kelsey Noel Kitzmiller please rise? Kelsey has earned the privilege to speak today at today's ceremony because of her constant hard work, dedication, and determination. She is the daughter of Dawn Starner and Keith Kitzmiller. Throughout high school, Kelsey has been involved in many school activities such as Quiz Bowl, National Honor Society, and Student Council. Kelsey has proven herself to be an outstanding and intelligent young lady with high aspirations to succeed. She plans to attend York College, where she will major in business administration this fall. Now, without further ado, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Dover's class of 2016 Valedictorian, Kelsey Noel Kitzmiller.
Welcome. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to keep this brief. I'd like to thank my family, all of my friends and teachers, everyone here and everyone who should be here, who's helped me get to where I am today, speaking in front of all of you. Now, I'm not going to stand here and reminisce about high school. We all had good times and bad times, and we'll remember it all, whether we want to or not. We've learned a lot here at Dover, but there's one thing I'd like to pass on to you. One short bit of advice I'd want to share. Question everything. I didn't know it was a quote when I first heard it, and didn't know that it wasn't the entire thing, that it was originally Euripides who said, "Question everything, learn something, answer nothing." I can tell you it's been one of the most powerful things I've heard in my 18 years because, as most of us understand from those classes where we learn more than facts, questioning doesn't lead to uncertainty. Asking questions allows us to step back and reflect on reality, to focus on what's good, what needs to change, why, and how to change. It is the sole force behind improvement, understanding, and truth. We must not be afraid to question, not even to question ourselves, past, present, and future. Change is what makes life exciting. One of the most rewarding moments comes when we look back at the past and can say, wow, look at where we started, look at where we are today, and look at the difference. Isn't that why we're all here now? We must not be afraid of the future, the great unknown, because if you really think about it, there is no reason to be afraid at all. What do we have to be afraid of? We have everything on our side right now. The future is wide open. We have knowledge, ideas, and plans. All we have to do is go out there, take our lives into our own hands, and seize our futures. We spent 18 years learning and building wings. It's our time to ask questions and fly. Thank you.
Would the family of Brooke Firestone please stand? Brooke has earned the privilege to speak at today's ceremony because of her continual hard work and determination. She is the daughter of Chad and Kendra Firestone and the older sister of Kylie Firestone. Brooke is involved in many school activities as well, including National Honor Society, Student Council, and the varsity soccer team. One of Brooke's achievements this year was scoring her 100th career goal. Brooke is obviously a well-rounded student with high aspirations. She plans to attend Messiah College in the fall. Brooke is a humble individual with a big heart. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Dover Class of 2016 Valedictorian, Brooke Firestone.
Hi. I would like to begin by congratulating the Class of 2016 on this stellar achievement. All that we have worked for over the past 13 years has finally paid off. Today, we are not only celebrating the end of our high school careers, but also the beginning of the next chapter of our lives. Each and every one of us should be extremely proud of ourselves to be sitting here today. Now, I would like to thank everyone that has helped us get to this point. Thank you, the teachers, for pushing us to not only be the best students, but also the best people we can be. Thank you for giving us a firm foundation to start the next part of our lives. Thank you to the friends that turned into family and for always encouraging us to follow our dreams. Thank you to our family, siblings, grandparents, aunts, and uncles for always supporting us and making us who we are today. And the final and biggest thank you goes out to our parents. Part of this diploma goes to you because without your endless love and support, most of us would not be walking across this stage today. We all have so many people to be thankful for and so many things we can appreciate each and every day. Willie Nelson once said, "When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around." The sun rose today. You woke up today. You have people around you that love and care about you. There is always something to be thankful for. There will always be someone who has less than you. Each one of us just got out of a hardship, are currently in one, or will be in one in the near future. Hardships and struggles in life build character, give wisdom, and provide life experience. Look at everything that happens in your life as if it is in your best interest. There are blessings to be found each and every day. We live in a country where we are free, where we can believe what we want to believe, where we have the opportunity to speak our minds. Ace Collins wrote, "Words can't be unspoken, and they rarely disappear as quickly as they are said. One word, one sentence can save someone or destroy someone. They move us to tears, give us goosebumps, and make us ponder. They change our moods, give comfort to those who need it, and empower millions of people. For some, words come easily. For others, including myself, getting up and speaking in front of 2,000 people is a little nerve-wracking. Most of us don't realize how much of an impact our words can make. Words give us life, and there is power in the words that we speak. Words can come out in an instant before we even realize what we have said, so use those words wisely. Chad Firestone, my father, recently said to me, "Don't blink. Look away for 1 second and you'll miss it. Take advantage of these days because they go by fast, and people say it only gets faster from here." So tell your friends and family that you love them. Make time for the people that matter. Be positive and encourage others. Smile while you still have teeth. It seems like only yesterday our parents were watching us getting on the big yellow school bus for the first time. Now we are all in our caps and gowns, anxiously awaiting a handshake and the turning of a tassel. We walked into this stadium, high school seniors, and we will walk out, Dover High School alumni. I am sure that each of us has mixed emotions: excitement, apprehension, pride in our accomplishments. As we take our next step, we will all go our separate ways, some to college or the military, and others to their career. No matter where life takes us, we will always be connected by this little place we called home. The memories that we have made here will last a lifetime. The next few years of our lives will go by just as fast as the past four have, so use that time wisely. Have fun. Be thankful. Remember the impact of your words. Life is precious. Don't blink or you'll miss it. In addition, I would like to present the class gift as treasurer. We will be donating $1,000 to the class of 2020. The remaining balance, which is approximately $4,000, will be going to a digital LED marquee that we put outside the stadium. I am very proud of our class for raising this money over the past 4 years. Thank you.
The following farewell is being brought to you by flame tests, sarcasm, unhealthy amounts of Diet Coke, and has been made possible by the Dover Area School District and the wonderful people at Maple Donuts. Members of the Board of Directors, administrators, colleagues, parents, friends, and of course, the graduating class of 2016, good morning and welcome. First, let me say thank you for allowing me the pleasure to speak to you today and be yet another to offer my congratulations. It's crazy to think about. 13 years of your lives culminating in this one moment. Think back to when you first got on that bus for kindergarten. Seems like a lifetime ago. A lifetime before iTunes or Netflix or Snapchat or Call of Duty. SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron were your jam. Girls still had cooties and boys were gross. But as you velcroed your shoes that day and climbed onto the bus with your new backpack for the very first time, you had no real idea what was in store, but you were excited to find out. It's funny how that first day mimics your last. Fast forward 13 years, through the newness and excitement of elementary school, through the seemingly never-ending ugly duckling phase that was the intermediate, and now through the trials, tribulations, victories, and defeats of high school. You are here today because you survived, because you were battle-tested, because you were strong, and because you were ready. And as you look from left to right today, thinking about all the times you shared with each other, it can be a very sobering experience to realize this may very well be the final time you see many of these faces. You scan the hundreds of different elements gathered here together. Some volatile, some maybe even explosive, some completely non-reactive, but all different, unique elements forced to find common ground. Develop a little chemistry, if you will. You've forged bonds, not easily broken, even reacted a little with each other. Only periodically, of course. I stand before you in a strange place. I feel partly as I'm sure your parents do, confused whether to hold on tightly or let go and allow you to explore. I've watched some of you grow up right before my eyes. The transformation many of you have made from skittish, beady-eyed little freshmen to mature young adults is staggering. For some of you, it downright defies the laws of nature. But I also look out on you as someone who remembers exactly where you are right now. Confident, yet terrified. A sense of accomplishment, yet a sense of anticipation for what's to come. sure of the fact that I knew everything, while simultaneously knowing nothing about what the future held. Your time here, though relatively short in the grand scheme of things, has prepared you for tomorrow, and for your forever, and to define your legacy. A legacy is the story of someone's life, the things they did, the places they went. It's something a person leaves behind, but is often forgotten or neglected in today's world of I want it now. But how you are remembered is ultimately the gauge of whether your time spent here was worthwhile. Legacies leave pathways and standards for future generations. How will people remember you? Will they remember you at all? In other words, will you leave a legacy? These questions can be scary, I know, and we avoid them as much as we can. Actually, most people only ask these questions of themselves but once in a lifetime, often when it's too late to do anything about it. I know it's hard to think about that. I get it. Today is your day, the biggest day of your lives. Your legacy as students has already been defined by victories in sports, by musical performances raved about countywide. It was defined by successes in the classroom and at academic competitions, by service and by sacrifice, by love and by loss, by truth and even sometimes by failure. And as I arrived yesterday morning to find my parking space unavailable, it was also defined by your sense of humor. Your legacy here will lay the framework for what future classes use as a measuring stick for success. But realistically, your time here was not defined by grades or popularity or wins or favorites, but by your relationships, the kind of person you were, and the way you made people feel. Your generation will find that it's easier than ever before to spend a lifetime without seeing past external stimuli, without asking yourself questions beyond average, and without reaching your true potential because there are more interesting things to do. But I want more for you. More than that, I want you to want more for you, to want to leave a legacy that will not only impact your family and friends, but also those you've never met. I want you to be everything you are capable of without harboring any doubt or insecurity. The legacy you created here as students has been written, but the rest of your story is under construction, blank pages. As you spend today looking back to reminisce or regret, I urge you to begin to look forward instead. But how do you go about leaving something of value as you move out into the world? First, be real. So much of high school is about being who you think people want you to be. Finally, now, today, you can become anyone you want. There are no prejudgments as to who you've always been or where you come from. Expand, explore, and create. Do you. Some people aren't going to like it, and that's okay. That's their problem. But you can't begin to write your legacy with someone else's pen. Second, fail. Spectacularly if necessary. Life has a tendency to knock you down, forget your self-esteem, and hit the hardest at the worst times. Don't stop trying, don't stay down, and don't let anyone ever make you feel as if you don't deserve what you want. The number of times you get back up and forge ahead defines who you are way more than the number of times you got knocked down. Third, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Simple, yet such an elusive idea. The golden rule, as it was called in my childhood, used to govern how people treated people. Now we have bullying on all fronts, judgments at every turn, and suspicions with every glance. Love, trust, and give, without any expectation for anything in return. The more you give of yourself, the richer and more meaningful every relationship you have will be. And finally, win the next moment. It's a mantra that I use with the teams that I coach. You cannot live in the past, and you cannot fix it, but you can learn from it, and you can better yourself because of it. That last success, that last failure, that last relationship is not who you are. The next moment and what you do with it is. Will you be better 5 minutes from now than you were 5 minutes ago? You have your entire life to finish the chapters in the story of you. But how will you do it? How will you write that story? How will you be remembered? This step, this milestone, this day is but one chapter in a long story. And regardless of your next step, whether you're moving on to college, going into the workforce, or defending our country, if you take nothing else from today, it's that creating a legacy and achieving greatness is more than donating money or receiving recognition. It is to leave those with whom you cross paths with a little more happiness and a little more hope. Everyone leaves behind a legacy when they move on, but only a few leave behind a legacy worth talking about. To my soccer boys, you're one giant group of cartoon characters, but I love you like brothers. You are my extended family. The past 2 years with you have included some of my favorite memories because of the work, dedication, and friendship you've shown me. To those that I have had the pleasure to teach, thank you for all the lessons you taught me. And for those of you that I have not had the privilege to know, I wish you all the very best in whichever dreams you choose to pursue. Graduating class of 2016, I cannot thank you enough for the honor of letting me speak to you today. It has been my absolute pleasure to teach you, coach you, counsel you, and mentor you. My room and my door will always be open. Good luck, Godspeed, and for the very last time, may the force be with you. Thank you, and congratulations.
Aaron M. Thomas. Brooke Firestone. Kelsey Noel Kitzmiller. Kate E. Kahn. Alyssa Lawton. Robert Mays. John W. Sterner.
Vanessa Aguilar Gutierrez. James Alpaw. Cole B. Anstadt. Sarah Anstein. Kirsten E. Arcaris. Robert Connor Bear. Nicholas R. Barrett. Dylan Barton. Sierra K. Barton. Jordan Elizabeth Baum. Kyle Beamer. Tyler M. Becker. Peter J. Bear. Brady Bennett. Tyler Blazowski. Jessica Blymeyer. Abigail A. Bosley. Joshua S. Bradley. Michelle Brady. Derek B. Brenneman. Michaela Brennan. Zachary Brenneman. Raya Britton. Elijah Broadbeck. Samuel John Brown. Austin M. Berman. Hannah May Bioric. Tyler Scott Calaman. Isis Cameron. Matthew J. Campisi. Daniel R. Chase. Roland O. Cherime. Devin T. Chestnut. Is that it?
Go finish your second round.
Lindsay Copenhaver. Shelley Lynn Crone. Brianna Elia Crudup. Natalie Cutright. Joshua Dashnall. Marissa R. Coley.
Jace Dayhoff. Stephen Dennis. Brady DeShong. Andrew Detter. Oh, Mom. Go ahead. Brody Deal. Isaac Ditzler. This keeps blowing away. Alex K. Eckersley. Matthew Christopher Edgar. Good. Elena Eichholtz. Madison Farr. Matthew Farr. Naja Fink. Chantel Fitzke. Dakota Fix. Ian Floor. Destiny Folk. Travis Fowler. Colby Furman. Kirsten Funk. Trevor Gamble. Richard Garcia. Chelsea Hannah Gladys. Kylie Elizabeth Gladfelder. Jesse Daniel Gobreck. Adelise Gonzalez. Megan J. Goodman. Devlin James Grove. Sean Gullius. Kelsey Lynn Haynes. Thank you. Margaret Hale. Casey M. Hall. Courtney C. Harris. Colton Highland. Brianne Kirsten Heindel. Good. Kayla M. Heiner. Shall we? Josiah Helsel. Jarrett B. Hilbert. Weston Hoffman. Joshua D. Hogan. Just go off their cards.
Matthew Evan Holmes.
How to get down.
Kyle Edward Horn. Stephen Hauk. Cody L. Ingram. Margaret Jean Jans. Austin T. Jewett. Dennis Johnson. Anne Elizabeth Jones. Katie Elizabeth Jones. Melissa Kaler. Sarah J. Kistner. Woo. Jordan Lynn Kleinfelter. Skylar Kluka. Michaela Lynn Neer. Jamie A. Kohler. Alexis M. Core. Emily K. Kraut. Zachary Thomas Lang. Sierra H. Lawhead. Duran Ledbetter. Luke E. Leitner. Hunter O. Link. Cisco Lira. Gabriel Lloyd. Sierra Mailhorn. Casey James Marshall. Savannah Lynn Martin. Nope. Jason T. Martinez. Jordan Emily May. Emily May McNew. Dylan Malott. Jacob Miller. Madison Miller. Madison Ellen Miller. Peyton Miller. Brett Mon.
Congratulations, sir.
Patrick Mullins. Oh my God. McCray Murray.
Congratulations, sir.
Drew Myers. Erica Marie Myers. Kaylee Myers.
You're all good. Listen to the important part. There you go.
Samantha N. Myers.
Congratulations.
Megan Nace. Rachel Catherine Sue Napierski. Kaylee Nye. Oh my goodness. Jerry O'Neill V. Felix Jr. Ortiz Lopez. Elisa Palma. Cynthia Vanessa Paz Zamora. Gabriela Paz Zamora. Tad Piccino. Aaliyah Caitlin Perez.
Erica Danielle Peters. Isabella Grace Portales. Emily LaShawn Reynolds. Andrew D. Rhodes. Austin N. Rich Creek. Brandon G. Rodriguez. Joby A. Sayers. Tanner Scheib. Mason C. Schmidt. Steven Schumacher. Kayla L. Shaner. Jordan Ray Sell. April L. Schaefer. Kyle Sharp. Rachel Marie Shaw. Alexander D. Shives. Kira R. Shoemaker. Taylor Renee Schultz. Peyton Slattery. Caden J. Snyder. Hunter Snyder. Anthony Soha Bortner. Kirsten Spangler. Emily T. Spalding. Evan C. Spears.
Congratulations, Evan.
Colt Stein.
Stein, congratulations.
Matthew Steinheimer.
Congratulations, sir.
Jacob A. Stein. Emily Lynn Stover. Madison P. Strain. Zachary Ryan Strasbaugh. Kirsten Mackenzie Swanser. Valerie Talton. Samantha Emma Grace Thomas.
Who's training you guys down there?
Shaylin Thomas. Tucker Thomas. Mackenzie E. Tome. David Trimmer. Nathaniel Wayne Twig. Garrett Wallach. Bowtie Walters. Kyrie R. L. Watkins. Kayla Lee Weaver. Sean Wilmot II. Mariah Weimer. Kaylin Brooke Warner. Sierra Nicole Withrow. Marilyn Walbert. Joshua Ian Wagamuth. Natasha Joy Wright. Brianna Yeager. Leon Zellers III. Courtney Zimmerman. Joseph L. Zutel III.
Would the members of the class of 2016 please rise? At this time, Mr. Cherry, Mr. Eifert, and the rest of our Dover Area School District Board of Directors, it is my distinct pleasure and privilege as principal of Dover Area High School to acknowledge that each person before you has met all the requirements as outlined by the district for graduation from our school district and high school, and therefore I ask that all of you graduates move your tassel from the right to the left, and with that, you are officially graduates of Dover Area High School. No. I will let you know. You ready, Mr. Thomas?
You guys may be seated. First of all, congratulations. It is hard to come up with an incredible closing speech at the end of this ceremony and at the end of our years at Dover. The welcome was said, the thank yous were given, and the diplomas have been received. I've toyed with many things to talk about for this speech, but there's one thing I kept coming back to: the future. After all the reminiscing of high school, it leaves us filled with mixed feelings. The feeling that we can't move on in fear of the large amount of change that is to come very soon. The feeling that we can't move on because we will lose our best friends that we have made over these last 4 years. The feeling that we do not have the teachers, staff, and fellow students and classmates to rely on when we need them the most. But now is not the time to look back, rather the time to look to the future. John F. Kennedy once stated, "For time and the world do not stand still. Change is the law of life, and those who look only at the past or the present are certain to miss the future." We have all been taught. We have all learned. We have all been given the skills and talents necessary to do great things in our lives. It is now up to us to determine what the next steps and path will be. No one in this stadium, no one on earth can tell you what to do next. It is truly up to you to decide that. While others may provide advice and guide you a certain way, it is up to you to make the ultimate decision. I'm sure we're all apprehensive about what is to come next. For some of us, it may be joining our armed services. For others, it may mean going into a vocational career. And then the rest, it may be furthering our educational abilities first. But whatever and wherever you go, remember that you have the choice to do great things. You have the ability to be innovators, to rewrite the normal condescending labels that are placed on our generation. While we may think that we live in a scary world nowadays, we also live in an exciting age of innovation, a time of creativity and thoughts exploding from every career path. We all have the potential to achieve greatness. One of the greatest and most powerful words that I have come across is the word integrity. To many, this may be a foreign word. To others, it may be one of constant thought. I took the time to do the almighty Google search on the definition, and it was defined there as being whole and undivided. I think that Google isn't too far off of the true meaning. The idea of a person being whole and undivided unto him or herself is amazing. It means you, as a person, do not let others influence you to do things that you do not perceive as right. You need to stand and remain whole. You do not let others divide your morals and values. You stand and stay whole. Another definition of integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, or moral uprightness. A person's integrity is everything. It is honesty. It is values. It is moral principles. In all aspects of life, keep your integrity. Again, this is your path, your honesty, and will ultimately help you find your balance and path in life. As Michael Deal once said, as you start your journey, the first thing that you should do is throw away that store-bought map and begin to draw your own. Dover Area High School class of 2016, we are starting our journey. Today marks the day that we will begin drawing our own maps. Just like a map, we all go our separate ways, north, south, east, and west. We will all have destinations and directions to different hidden treasures in life. But one thing will always remain the same on each map: the compass, a part that never changes no matter where the map is leading to. Each one of us have been given the compass in life through our education, our creativity, integrity, and our community. Our compass gives us direction. Use all of this, all of who you are as a person, to guide you to your own hidden treasure, and let X mark the spot on your own personal map. Again, congratulations to the class of 2016 of Dover Area High School, and best of luck in drawing your map and getting to your ultimate destination of choice. We now ask that you all stand for the playing of our alma mater and remain standing for the singing of the benediction performed by our very own Dover Area High School Renaissance.
At this time, we ask that everyone please remain standing as our Star Club retires the colors. While I've only known you 3 months, I could not be prouder of a group of young people. We stand before you today because we stand behind you for the rest of your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a camera, now might be a good time to get it ready. They know why. For the final time, I pronounce you the graduates of Dover Area High School. Congratulations. One almost took me out. Who threw the sideways one? Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain in your seats while we recess out. If you would like to meet your graduate, you can gather in the main gym. That's where they will be heading back to. The stadium will remain open for a half hour after our ceremony concludes if you'd like to come back out here for photos. At this time, graduates will begin our recessional.